Hello. Today I will be sharing a success story that our team handled for a Florida-based immigration attorney. We want to make sure you understand the need for our service and the importance of our process. And obviously, the sensitive details in this matter have been redacted. We value the privacy of all of our clients. The attorney here allowed us to highlight the success story. He's been working with us for years, and we always want to share what our service can do. This successful board remand for asylum only motivates us further and cements our dedication to both justice and for our respondents, like your clients. At the top, I also want to make clear that our own clients are not respondents or the general public. It is devoted to simply assisting hardworking attorneys like yourselves who are facing unprecedented times in immigration law. We are not a law firm, we do not provide legal advice, and we work exclusively with U.S. licensed attorneys. This current video is strictly to provide information on our services and should not be construed as rendering legal advice. The attorney in this matter retained us to assist in preparing an asylum packet for his client. This is about a woman and her child from El Salvador. Here, the mother was pursuing relief through a particular social group. This particular social group we articulated as Salvadoran women who are viewed as property and subordinate to men, who cannot leave their marital or partner relationship because their spouses or partners are members of an organized criminal gang group. Now, at the immigration court level, unfortunately, the judge denied all relief. We continued to assist this attorney after he retained us to assist in appealing the case to the Board of Immigration Appeals. And through our work and the attorney's assistance, we were able to have the case remanded back to the immigration judge. Although the judge initially denied the case, he still concurred with many of our legal arguments presented, including past persecution and our previously articulated PSG. Now let's go over this decision. As for the past persecution, the judge found it was there, but stated that the abuse was not on account of a statutorily protected ground, essentially, as you would say, a lack of a nexus. Once again, the court found that the respondent's PSG was proper. It satisfied the elements of immutability, it was socially distinct and recognized within society. However, the court's main issue was that the respondent's relationship with her partner didn't meet a certain criteria. Specifically, the judge stated that the respondent's one-year relationship did not qualify as such relationship. Related to this, the judge also stated that the respondent failed to establish future persecution on account of the articulated PSG. And then finally, the judge denied the Convention Against Torture, believing that respondent had not established a governmental nexus. And it was for these reasons that the judge denied all forms of relief. So, when it came to the board level and we were asked to assist, we helped prepare a brief. Now, what do our briefs look like? What we're going to do here is we're going to present a copy of the brief that was done in this matter. So this is the 20-page brief that was submitted to the Board of Immigration Appeals. And fortunately, the board agreed with our legal arguments, noting their strength, and ultimately remanded this back down to the immigration judge. So what did the board decide? Here's a copy of the board's decision. Let's go over quickly what they decided and why. Unlike the immigration judge, the board felt that the respondent had established eligibility for asylum. Concerning the PSG, the board disagreed and found it was clear error that she did not show her membership in the PSG, concluding that this PSG was valid for the respondent. As you may recall, the immigration judge stated that despite it being a valid PSG, she had not demonstrated her membership in that group. This is one of the reasons why it's imperative at the very beginning of the process, since we were involved in essentially from the beginning, to clarify a viable PSG as early in the process as possible. The board disagreed with the judge's one-year relationship restriction that the judge placed on the respondent. The board agreed that relocation within El Salvador was not safe. As for the nexus, the respondent was previously found to have had past persecution, but not based on the PSG. The board disagreed with that assessment as well, stating that the PSG was, in fact, one central reason for the harm that respondent suffered. With respect to the unwilling and unable requirement, the board found that the El Salvadoran government was not willing or able to protect the respondent. This was established based on the country conditions that we provided previously. This is one of the many reasons that our team always submits these country conditions in the proceedings. We ensure that this evidence is proven and reliable. Obviously, when you think of country conditions, we assist in preparing human rights reports, articles, things of that nature that are in support of what we're trying to argue. And finally, as to future persecution, the board also disagreed with the immigration judge, finding it likely present within the record as it was presented. For all these reasons, the board remanded back down to the immigration judge. The handling attorney then told us that the judge ultimately granted asylum to the respondent. For these reasons, this is why our process is so vital. We know that the immigration attorneys are being inundated with cases, drastic changes, and new case law on an almost daily basis. We know that time is not always on your side. That is why what we are here for and the service that we provide. We go over these appellate records in detail. This is essential. We find those appellate issues. We verify and make sure to rely up-to-date case law. And finally, we address all issues to preserve these appellate rights and protect respondents from waived issues. Simply put, we understand the process, and we know what immigration attorneys have to deal with, and we are here to help.